Hey everyone, welcome back to this week's episode. My name's Steve from My Crypto World. Feel free to like and subscribe if you feel the content of this channel is exciting and entertaining for you. Either one will do. Just give that thumbs up a smash and help us grow the channel. If you found the content really useful for your own personal investment information and you'd like more information about our cryptocurrency channel, why don't you consider subscribing to us? We put out a couple of videos every week talking about everything crypto and everything blockchain related. So in today's episode, we are going to talk about XRP. And after XRP, we're going to talk a little bit more about XRP. And then after that, some more XRP. It's all XRP today. We've got a lot of stories to cover. Some very interesting and some quite humorous. But let's get into it right now. Hey everyone, welcome back to this week's episodes. As I said, we're going to be talking about XRP today. We're going to go through about 3 or 4 news stories that have come out, and we're going to have a look at a prediction that was made back in February 2020 by a very famous celebrity. So let's kick it off first of all. So our first article, so this is obviously all relates to the SEC lawsuit that's in place at the moment, and there have been a number of articles over the last fortnight that have really pushed the limits as to where this court case may end up. So far, everything seems to be in favour of XRP, but I just wanted to highlight some of these stories because I know there are a number of people on the channel who have been asking me about XRP for a little while now. We've done and covered a number of stories on this saga over the last 12-18 months, and today is really just a follow-up on those articles. So first of all, the first article is Ripple price soars nearly 10% after an unknown whale purchased $5 million worth of XRP. This has surprised many investors over the last 24 hours as the asset class records the largest gains among the top 10 cryptocurrencies by market capitalization. XRP is up 8% in the last 24 hours after it was reported that an unknown whale purchased a whopping $500 million worth of XRP. XRP seems to be decoupling from the rest of the crypto markets. A mega whale purchased over $500 million, which we just said, while the other coins tanked. Do they know something that we don't? So this was an article that was put out actually about a week ago. Didn't cover it off last week, didn't have enough time. But if we have a look at this article and compare it to another article, which was on ZY Crypto. XRP surges as Ripple aims for very big win against the SEC in the latest filing. After a 2-year-long grueling legal battle, the dust may soon settle in the case against Ripple by the US Securities and Exchange Commissions, or the SEC. In the motion, the defendants argue that the SEC failed to present key evidence, backing up assertions that all XRP was an investment contract with Ripple and therefore a security under the federal securities laws. The defendants also claimed that the SEC could not lawfully extend its regulatory reach to XRP transactions that occurred on foreign cryptocurrency exchanges or outside the territorial scope of the US securities laws. Furthermore, they questioned the SEC's authority over crypto assets, arguing that the Securities Act did not confer the regulator had authority to police non-securities. Now, according to the court schedule, the SEC is expected to file its opposition to the motion by October the 18th, followed by a series of consultations between the parties that will help the court decide the case, hopefully before the end of the year. In other news regarding XRP, both the SEC and Ripple in the last week have called for immediate ruling in the suit over whether XRP sales violated securities laws. And the article goes on to say that the US Securities and Exchange Commission and Ripple Labs both filed motions for a summary judgment, arguing that a judge overseeing the case has enough information to make a ruling without moving the case forward to a trial. The SEC and Ripple Labs want a federal judge to rule either that the cryptocurrency affiliated with the crypto company affiliated with the XRP cryptocurrency violated, that'd be Ripple, violated federal securities laws or otherwise dismissed the lawsuit without requiring a lengthy trial. The parties have filed various discovery motions in the past 2 years without really litigating the actual underlying issue, whether Ripple violated the security laws by selling XRP. The motions for summary judgment mean the parties are asked the court to actually decide whether the SEC or Ripple has provided enough to prove one way or the other whether there was a violation. Now, if you go back to many of the articles we've done on this channel over the last 2 years, we've probably covered this story a number of times at each sort of segment or each ruling that's happened in the past on the judgment and where the case is at. So it's certainly getting closer to being complete. I do feel in this particular case that Ripple probably have the higher ground here and will probably flourish once this judgment's put through. Now, in the last bit of news, well, second last bit of news really with XRP, this article goes on to say XRP registered more than a 64% 7-day growth, a performance which was better than all the top 100 cryptos in terms of market capitalization. This unprecedented surge in XRP price also helped the alternate coin flip BUSD to nab the 6th spot in the list of top cryptos. At the present time, when this article was written, XRP was trading at 54 cents, make it 55, with a market capitalization of 27 billion. Interestingly, several changes were noticed in the token's on-chain metrics, which supported and fueled the unprecedented price plunge. For instance, according to Lunar Crash's data, XRP Lunar Crash altcoin ranking was low, which was a bullish signal. It also is suggestive of the fact that the price surge may continue in the coming days. XRP's social mentions and social engagement also spiked by 12 and 64% the last week respectively. And if we go and have a look in a minute, which we will, up at the XRP chart, will show how that's happened. With all these developments happening in the XRP community, the future of the token looked promising after a long wait. Interestingly, several other on-chain metrics also supported the possibility of a further uptick in the coming days. XRP's 30-day MV/RV ratio registered a massive uptick, and so did the token's social volume, which we just covered. However, a setback for XRP could be the drop in its development activity over the last week, which by and large was a negative signal for Ripple. So that one indicator is a negative signal, but the remaining indicators that have been present for the last 7 days or so certainly is very interesting. Now, when you go and have a look at Ripple now, we'll just blow this up on the, oops, I lost my measurement there. If we go and have a look at this on chart analysis as it is now, so this is the Ripple chart against the US dollar. And if we have a look at we won't go to the recent low prior to this, but we'll just go to this current low where we are now. We can see that XRP has actually surged 79% in about the last week and a half, 2 weeks. And it has pulled back a bit now, so even if we take the current position that it's at, it's still surged 63% over the last 2 weeks or so. Right now it's sitting at about 48 cents, just call it 50 cents for rounding it up. And I would say that we've got not a long way to go. So you can see here that XRP hit a top price there of about, let's have a look here, well the high was 55 cents, 55.55829 cents. Now if you take that high and you take it over here to its recent low, the recent low was 54 cents. So it's pretty much hit a resistance level and bounced back down, and we can mark that on our chart here at the moment. Let me just find if I can put one on there. That'll do. No, that's not going to be right. Move my fat head out the way again. Let's go to a horizontal line. That'll be fine. We'll mark it in there. That's about right. So we can see here this created a floor way back in January 2022, so this year. And the stock has fallen through that floor in the past, has traded underneath it for all this time, and has recently come up, tried to pierce through it. It did get through it, but it didn't close above it. And the close is really what you want to see regarding strength in this coin at the moment. But it doesn't mean it's not going to rally again. It certainly may. Usually on the second or third attempts of a floor being broken or a resistance line being broken, it can be quite successful. And you can see when we go back in history, this range of around about 50 to 60 cents has been a major support and resistance level for the XRP currency in the past. Now, to finalize this our article today, a little bit of humor. I'm a big what's this one here? Did I have another one to talk to you about? I did have another article to talk to you about, sorry. Okay, so this one here, a crypto analyst doubles down on big XRP rally despite the red markets, and here's his target. A widely followed crypto analyst said he's maintaining conviction on his bullish stance for XRP until the altcoin reaches his price target. He was mostly bullish on XRP because of the optimism surrounding Ripple Labs' lawsuit with the US, we'll just call it with the SEC. Both sides of the lawsuit have filed a summary judgment, which we covered. The analyst mentioned a price target as high as $3 or nearly $650 above the current levels. If Bitcoin, he says, is looking to solid at 21,000, I would hold on to XRP to $1, if not $2 or $3. Now, what's interesting is the funny side of things is I'm a big Simpsons fan. I think most people are Simpsons fans. I found this really interesting that as we all know, and if you've been following a lot of social media over the last, 5 years, so the Simpsons every now and then somehow predict, their cartoons predict what the future might hold. A perfect example of this is when they had Richard Branson floating in a rocket ship above the Earth, and then lo and behold, a few years later, that came true. Another one came true. Probably the more famous one is of Donald Trump becoming president. They had an image of Donald Trump, the cartoon, going down an escalator at a shopping mall by the looks of it. And in 2015, that came true. He went down an escalator almost identical. So very interesting. Probably the spookier one that freaked me out when I saw it was this one here of Donald Trump with some world leaders with their hands on the globe. The cartoon actually predicted the dress code of the three gentlemen in the photo, the main ones. But even more spookily, you can see in the cartoon one, there's a guy in the back here with a tie and a shirt on, and he's got a little thing on his collar there, which being a badge. And when you look at the background of this image, the real image, there's that gentleman there with the badge in his on his collar. So really, really freaky. Why am I bringing this up? Well, going around the web, somebody has remembered that quite a while ago, this was the image that came on The Simpsons when Bart was doing his chalk writing on the blackboard for being a naughty boy. XRP to hit 589 plus by the end of the year. So who knows? It may happen this year. It may happen in 4 years' time. This actually came out in February 2020. So it may mean that it looks like it could be the case for, say, January 2024 or 2025. These ones were 5 years apart. I can't remember with the Richard Branson one how long apart that was. This would have been about the same, probably about 4 or 5 years apart. So this one was done in 2020. We're now just about to hit 2023, so it could mean a little bit more of a wait till 2024, 2025. But if Simpsons get it right again, we could all be sitting on a landmine. Again, just an investment opinion and observation, not so much investment advice with this particular article. That's it for today, guys. I hope you've enjoyed the talk on XRP. If you've got any questions regarding the XRP lawsuit, drop them in the comments below. Like and subscribe. I will certainly keep you all up to date where this ends up being. And obviously, before the end of October, we'll have some more news regarding this lawsuit, and we'll keep you up to date as it happens. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other. Cheers.